Welcome back. It is Friday, November 18th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Congratulations, everyone. We've made it through 1 month of betting NBA basketball. We got several more months in the chamber. Let's talk about yesterday, though. A great bounce back day, a 1-0 day. We only had one play. It was one winner. Damian Lillard, over 31.5 points plus assists. He made a sweat at the end of it, but he ends up getting it done. I think he ends with, 36 points plus assists as they lose to the Nets. Rolls-Royce O'Neal getting a triple-double. What a crazy game. We'll take that bounce back if you followed our Thursday Night Football picks. Those went 2-0 as well, which reminds me, our Week 11 NFL Best Bets video is also live on the channel. You can go check that out. It'll be linked at the end of this one. And also our College Football Week 12 Best Picks video will be live at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time. You can definitely check that out. I went 5-0 last week in college football. I'm just saying, maybe I'll do another sweep. We have a giveaway in that video. You can check that one out. Our parlays and player props video for the NFL, which you guys love, will be live on Saturday, probably around 4 or 5 p.m. But let's talk about this video. It is sponsored by PrizePicks, though. If you ever sign up for PrizePicks, be sure to use code COS or the link down below in the description. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100 to just match whatever you deposit. It's free money. Take advantage of it. I'll have my PrizePicks parlay in a little bit. Stay tuned for that. But let's go into the NBA. The best bet segment is back. And it's returning with the guy that we love. We all love on the channel. A COS Hall of Famer. The man. Tyrese Haliburton. We're taking his over. 30.5 points plus assists. You guys knew we would take his points plus assists line. Minus 110 on points bet. Now, the COS Hall of Famer is back for more. He's made us a ton of money. And hopefully he continues to make us a ton of money. Now, before I get into why I like this. Now, I look at the books. We got 29.5 on several books, but it's minus 156 on FanDuel, minus 145 on DraftKings. Don't lay that juice. Wait for it to move to 30.5, or maybe it goes down back to better odds. But I like it at 30.5 as well. I take it at 31.5 if it goes up to that. Now, if you need an individual line, Haliburton is assist guy. That's the one that's safest for him. He obviously has games he can score 26 points, but more often than not, he hits his assist line. It's actually 10.5 today, but I think he can get that done. Now, let's talk about Haliburton. You can take his PRA line if you want. We know Haliburton sometimes only gets like 2 rebounds, but I think he gets more rebounds today in a fast-paced matchup versus the Houston Rockets. Now let's talk about Haliburton. Taking on the Rockets, who allow the most assists per game to opposing point guards. We know a guy like Haliburton leads the league. I haven't checked, but I assume he leads the league in assists per game, and this is a great matchup for him. This is realistically Haliburton. If he ends up with 15 assists today, not going to surprise me at all. We have an over-under 237, one of the highest on the slate, one of the highest this season. And Haliburton, just because he can get a bunch of assists, also can score a bunch of points. He's averaged 20.6 points per game. He's not a guy that's going to shoot 25 times. That's just not his game. And if he does, it's going to be a no sweat bet because he'll easily cruise over this. But Haliburton, also a capable guy that getting assists, 10.4 assists per game. And look, Haliburton hit this over in 9 of 13 games this season. That's pretty solid. And Houston is a team that allows a lot of threes, the 11th most threes in the league. And Tyrese is a guy, if he gets hot from deep, he's going to keep firing them. And I think this is just a great matchup overall. I'm not going to really overthink this one. This is a guy that obviously could get us 10, 12, 14 assists in this game. But he also is going to shoot the ball 14, 16 times. He won't get to the free throw line a lot, but he will take the free throws if there's like defensive 3 seconds and things like that. He's their free throw shooter most likely. And this is a guy I expect to play 32, 36 minutes in a fast-paced game. He's capable of scoring 17 to 25-ish points, getting us 10 or more assists. He's a COS Hall of Famer for a reason. Hopefully he takes us home, tucks us in, gives us a great night, and I think he will. It's a great matchup. Just need the Rockets in this game to be at least close, and I think it will be. We'll take Tyrese Haliburton. Best bet of the day, 1.5 units on his over, 30.5 points plus assists. Like I said, I would take his assist line if you needed. You could only bet an individual line. And let's talk about the next guy, and we've loved Haliburton. A lot of people don't seem to like this next guy, but we're still going to take his over, and you'll have to look past the pain he might have caused you, because it's Bradley Beal, the Washington Wizards, taking his over 20.5 points, minus 115 on Caesars. Now, Beal, yes, he hurt us earlier this season. He went 4 for 16 from the field. It's infamous because I don't think he scored until basically the end of the third quarter. He was like 0 for 10, and look, that's going to happen. The only thing we can ask about from Beal is that he shoots the ball, and he should be shooting it plenty. Now, this season, he's played in 10 games. He missed some due to health and safety protocols, but he's hit the over in 5 of 10 games. So, right, 50%, smack on the middle. 20 points is what he scored in 2 exact games. So he ended on the cursed hook in 2 of them, and then one of those games, none of the other 3 he got injured in. So, and realistically, he set this over in 5 of 9 games that he actually played in. And Beal, what you like to see, 16 plus field goal attempts in 6 straight games. This is a guy that's going to go out there, shoot 16, 17, 18, maybe even more times. This is more or less a volume play because we know Beal, this is a guy that averaged 30 points per game just a couple years back. This is one of the better scorers in the NBA. He can get to the free throw line 6 to 10 times per game, get us some free points. And while this isn't a great matchup versus the Miami Heat, there's no sugarcoating that. The Heat are a good defensive team. Granted, they are on the road where they likely have worse defense, but still, this is not a great matchup for Kristaps or for Kyle Kuzma. So we look at this offense for the Wizards. Very limited. It's Kuzma, it's Kristaps, and it's Bradley Beal. So if all of them struggle, the main guy that's going to shoot the most is going to be a guy like Bradley Beal, averages 21.9 points per game. Like I said, he averages 4.1 free throw attempts per game, but he's capable of getting to the line 6-10 times. Now, 1 year ago on the day, November 18th, 1 year ago today, Bradley Beal scored 30 points against the Miami Heat. We were asking for a little bit of deja vu, but in his last 7 versus the Heat, averaging nearly 25 points per game, hitting this over in 6 of the 7 games. His lone miss was a game that the Wizards got blown out in. They're actually favored in this one, which I kind of found a little bit of a surprise, but the Heat do have a couple guys out. I think Bradley Beal is a good night. We'll take him. I know he might have caused us some pain in the past, but we'll take him for 1 unit, over 20.5 points. This line is just too low for a guy as talented as Bradley Beal on an offense as kind of defunct. Not a lot of offensive options for a Wizards team. Give me Bradley Beal's over in points. Now, my third and final play of the day, I argue you could make it a 1.5 unit play, but I don't want to lose 1.5 units on him. And it's Tobias Harris of the Sixers, taking his over 20.5 points plus rebounds, minus 125 on DraftKings. You don't see me lay a lot of juice. Minus 125 is normally the most I'll go up to. And let me talk about a couple questions that I expect to see in the comment section down below. Number one, if you need an individual line, love his points. There's a good chance I think Tobias hits his over in points. That carries this over basically about alone. He could score 20 points tonight. That wouldn't scare me. I also love his over in rebounds. I also love this at 21.5. Still play that at 1 unit. And if you want to take his PRA line, I like that as well. It just hasn't been averaging a ton of assist chances. But Tobias Harris has games where he gets 6 assists, and that would make his PRA line probably a much better bet than this point plus rebounds. But let's talk about Mr. Tobias Harris as he's at home, taking on the Bucks on ESPN. So we'll see him actually being out there a lot. And the Sixers offense, without James Harden, incredibly limited. It is Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris. You got a couple other guys that might shoot a couple times. PJ Tucker just played 39 minutes, 0 field goal attempts. So look, Tobias Harris is going to be asked to shoot the ball a couple times in this game, and Joel Embiid can't shoot them all. Tyrese Maxey can't shoot them all, and this is a tough matchup for those two guys that I just enlisted. Embiid, tough matchup against Brook Lopez and just the front court of the Bucks. Great team at limiting the points in the paint. Just a great team in general, rim protection, and we know Embiid could get his, but this is a team like the Bucks. They don't foul a lot. Brook Lopez is not going to be fouling really Joel Embiid a lot, so he's going to have to go knock down some shots. You got Tyrese Maxey, he'll get the Drew Holiday shadow if Drew Holiday plays. If not, he'll get Javon Carter, who's still pretty solid. And let's leave in Tobias Harris with a decent matchup. I don't think Giannis will be the guy guarding a guy like Tobias Harris, and I think you're going to see Tobias Harris probably have a pretty good night. Now, this is also the first time in a hot minute where Tobias can avoid guarding Giannis on the other side of the court, because he's normally the power forward that matches up against him. Luckily, PJ Tucker's there, so he's going to be the guy that guards Giannis, and it's just going to lead Harris being a guy that I think they're going to ask on to score some buckets tonight. Now, he's played well against the Bucks in his career. His last 10 versus them, 16.7 points per game, 7.4 assists or rebounds per game, and if you're taking the PRA line, 3.4 assists per game. So that's 24.1 points plus rebounds per game. He's at this over in 6 of those 10 games, and you look at the misses he's had. He ended with 20, 16, 18, and 19 points plus rebounds in those 4 misses. 3 of the 4 misses, only 10 field goal attempts. And that would include earlier this season when he had 19 points plus rebounds against the Bucks. He only had 10 field goal attempts. You saw a guy like Harden go out there, have 8 rebounds, but also 24 field goal attempts. Embiid had 21 field goal attempts. You saw Maxey have 13. Obviously, Harden's not there. Those 24 field goal attempts got to go somewhere else. They aren't going to all go to Joel Embiid, not going to all go to Tyrese Maxey. And we've seen in the 5 games without Harden, we've seen Harris shooting a good amount. He shot 15, 18, 15, 13, and 12 field goal attempts the last 5 games. Now, you look at the last 2 games, sure, his field goal attempts are down to 12 and 13. Those are games that Joel Embiid had 42 and 59 points. Of course, he's not going to shoot a lot. I don't see Joel Embiid dropping a 40-piece in this game. The Bucks are too good defensively to just let that happen. And in those 5 games, we still saw Tobias have 32, 29, 14, 27, and 14 points plus rebounds, failing to go under in back-to-back games. He obviously went under in their last game. Just don't see it happen. I think he shoots more than 12 field goal attempts tonight. They're at home. And if you want to be at spicy, consider taking his double-double prop. It's plus 1,050 odds on Barstool. I think it was plus 700 or worse on all other books. So if you have a Barstool account, you're getting the best value. But I think Tobias Harris has a really good game today. I mean, he doesn't even need to have a good game to hit this over. He could have, 14 points and 9 rebounds. That hits this over pretty much easily. I think Tobias Harris has a good one, though, against the Milwaukee Bucks. Taking his over 20.5 points plus rebounds. Like I said, I like all of his lines. You can take any of them. I think he crushes them. Now, of course, this video, like I said, is sponsored by PrizePicks. You can sign up for PrizePicks using code COS POS for a 100% deposit match up to $100. Take advantage. You can tail this parlay. Here's my 4 legs. It's 3 picks that we've already talked about. Haliburton, we actually get a 1-point discount since they're giving us 29.5 there. First points plus assists. We have Bradley Beal over 20.5 points. We have Tobias Harris over in points plus rebounds. And then one of my leans for the day, which we might add a lean. As always, drop your favorite picks down below in the comments, and maybe we add them to the official card. A lean I have is Luka over 7.5 assists. I'm not sure I'll add it to the official card. Now, you look at Luka's last 6 games, you see he's gone under, I think, in 5 of 6. But it's not because he's not passing the ball. I mean, granted, you look at his field goal attempts, you might think, hey, he ain't passing, but he actually is passing a good amount. He's just, the guys aren't knocking it down. But this is a great matchup for them against the Denver Nuggets, a team that plays no defense. And if the Nuggets want any chance of winning this game, they'll throw in hella double teams at a guy like Luka Doncic. So they're just going to double him left and right if they want a chance at winning. If not, Luka will just drop 40 on him and call it a day. But you look at Luka's track record against the Denver Nuggets. Very good. I didn't pull up the stats, but just type in Luka Doncic game log versus the Nuggets. You'll see he averages a lot of assists versus them, not a lot of points. And I think Luka has a pretty good day. Just at least we just ask it for his teammates to hit some shots. I mean, he's averaging 16 assist chances. They just have to convert 50% of those, and I think they certainly can. So 4 legs, put $10 on it, you can win 100. You put $100, you can win 1,000. So hopefully all 4 legs hit. We'll see if we add a play. Check the pinned comment section down below. And as always, drop your favorite picks down below. Maybe I add them. You guys are always tossing out some gems in the comment section. I'm just saying. Another lean I did consider was Jordan Clarkson over 7.5 rebounds plus assists. We'll see if we feel like adding that. But of course, it's time to shout out some COS All-Stars. I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. We got a couple rejoinees. If you ever want to become an All-Star, go click the join button or just hit the join button down below. I'll shout you out tomorrow's video. You get our plays early. We got Katie, the OG. She's back. We got Coleman. We got Dwight. We got JA18. We got Lamar, Dawson, and Parker. Thank you guys all so much for supporting the channel. Can't do it without you guys' love and support. Thank you guys so much. It's Friday. Have a great evening. Let's make some money. Of course, our Week 11 NFL best bets already on the screen. Put that up there. College football, which will be live at 12 p.m. Put that on the screen as well. And then obviously tomorrow, we'll have our parlays and player props for Sunday in the NFL. Appreciate you guys as always. I'm Austin. I'm signing out. Peace.